All right, so first of all, thank you for being with us here today and welcome to our session. I will briefly introduce myself for those who don't know me. My name is Joyce Awais. I'm the Information Literacy Librarian at HBKU Library, and I'm joined here today by my colleague Faisal Al-Bishri as well. So we both would like to welcome you to our session, those who can join us online and those who are available with us today in the classroom. And during this session, I will be showing you how to use the tool called RefWorks. It's a citation management tool where you can organize and manage your references properly. And it is a very helpful tool by ProQuest. So we're going to start by accessing this tool through the library website. So when you go to HBKU Library website, you scroll down to the section called Citation Management. When we open this page, you can find the link to access RefWorks, and you also find another link that says RefWorks Library Guide. So you can use this guide as a reference point for you at any stage when you're using RefWorks. I'm going to open it to show you how it works. It's a step-by-step guide to using this tool. So it provides all the information that we will be covering today, and you can refer to it as a handout or as a reference point at any time. So the first step would be to click on RefWorks from the citation management page. And on that page, you will be asked to create your own account. To create your account, you need to use your HBKU email address. So this is because it's an institution subscription. So in order to benefit from the features and this tool, you need to create your account using your HBKU email address. Now, the system this time has logged me in automatically. Let me just sign out to show you how it will look on your at your end. So I'm just going to sign out temporarily. So this is how it will look when you first click on RefWorks. I do not want you to log in directly first. You need to go at the bottom of the box and click on Create Account. So please take a couple of minutes to create your own account as we speak. So this will be a hands-on. I'm going to be waiting for a minute for you to complete this process. Please use your HBKU email address. And the next step will be for you to add your password, create your password, and then click on the verification email that you receive in your inbox. So these are the basic steps of creating an account. And then you will be able to log into your RefWorks and start using it. And once you create your account and you have your email available and ready, activated, just go back and log in. And you should see your account on RefWorks in this way. However, it's going to be without any references included, because you still haven't added any references yet, but we will see how we can add references in different ways. All right, so how can we add references to RefWorks? Now, the first thing I would like to highlight before adding references is the fact that RefWorks, first of all, is a web-based tool, so you don't need to download any software on your computer. Second point is that RefWorks provide the possibility of having different projects, and for each project you can have different set of folders where the references will not be related to one another. So this, for example, you can compare a project to papers. So let's say one project could be for your thesis or dissertation. Another project could be for a paper that you're writing for a certain course. This way you can keep the references separated and organized separately to have things in order for you. How to create different projects? Simply you click on the arrow next to the untitled project and you can go to manage projects. This is where you can create as many projects as you want, and they are all separate from one another. What I would like to also highlight for you is that you can share the project with other people. However, when sharing a certain project, there are some restrictions. The first restriction would be that the person would have to have a RefWorks account. So whoever you would like to share the project with, let's say your advisor, for example, they have to have a RefWorks account. However, they will be co-owners of that project and they will have the same privilege and the same access level as you would. So they will be able to delete references, delete folders, have the same access as you. So be careful who you share your project with so that you can keep control of your references. That said, if you do not wish to share the whole project, you can share specific folders within your project and control the level of access. We will see that shortly after. Now, if I go back to the project that I'm working on, okay, so now that we have our project, how can we add references to RefWorks? There are different ways to add references. The first way is to add it while you are logged into your RefWorks account, and within RefWorks, you have the plus sign. If you click on it, there are three ways to add references, starting with the first one, which is uploading a document. And in that case, the document is a PDF document. So the article or the conference paper that you would like to upload. Let's say you have already your files sorted in a folder. So let's say I want to include this PDF or import it into my RefWorks account. And I will wait a little bit for the upload to complete. If, however, not all the PDFs have the metadata that will allow the system to create a reference. So in case the PDF has those metadata, the reference will be created properly. If not, then it will give you very minimal information where you will need to update the reference manually on your own. So this is not a guarantee way that if you upload the PDF, it will create the reference automatically for you. It depends on the PDF, and we cannot know ahead of time, except if we try. So we need to try and upload to see if the reference will be created with all the fields in it, or we will need to do that in different ways. So let's see how it will come with this document. It will take some time, especially if the file is a little bit big. So it will take some time to read it. In the case of this reference, this document, the reference has been created with many information added to it. But it's always your responsibility to double check the information within any reference that you import. So do not rely on the fact that if you've imported this source from a credible journal or a credible database or any reliable website, that the information in the reference is complete or correct. It's always your responsibility to check for any mistakes and correct them so that the information within your RefWorks account is correct so that you can use it when you cite in Word. To double check the information, simply click on the reference within RefWorks, and then you can review the information here. To edit anything, click on the pencil icon in the top right corner, and you will be able to view all the fields. So the first step we need to update and to check on is the reference type. So in the case of this document, if we look at all the information, obviously this is a journal article, right? So what we need to do is update the reference type here and choose the proper type, which is a journal article. Why are we updating this? Because simply it's needed when we cite within words. So it will cite it according to the type that it is. If it's a journal article, the citation will appear as it should be for a journal article. If it's a book, the citation will appear for the book, as well as the fields provided will be updated accordingly. So once we know this is a journal article, we update the field and we keep on checking the information. We have the title, the author, and we compare with the PDF to make sure that the information is complete. For example, we have all the authors listed, no one is missing. We have all the words in the title, no mistakes. For example, we have the DOI, which is important. Usually the DOI is required it replaces the URL. So if there is a DOI for a certain article, you need to use it instead of the URL. And the page numbers, the journal art title, and so on. So it's your responsibility to confirm that everything here is correct, and then you save the reference that you have just created. This way, this is the first way to create or add reference to RefWorks. Another way to do so is by creating the reference manually. So when I click on Create Reference Manually, I have the same window opening on the side, and this window have the same field or the fields relevant to the reference type that I create here. So if I'm adding a journal article manually, I will see the fields that are relevant to a journal article. If I click on book, for example, the information or the fields will update accordingly. So let's go back to a journal article. If you have the information somewhere else, you can simply type the title of the article here. So if I put, for example, Islamic finance and ethics, I don't know, I'm just creating a title right now. I can use this lightning button to tell RefWorks to search for the information about that article. Rather than me entering every information manually, copy, paste, I can ask the system to look for that information or that citation. And if I see that citation, for example, let's say this is the one I'm looking for, I can just select it and all of the fields will be imported automatically and I won't have to enter every field manually one by one. So this is another and very helpful way to include references. You can use the lightning button in 3 fields, either in the title, or if you don't have the information, you don't have the title, you just have the DOI, which is unique code for every article. You can paste the DOI and look up the citation information also by using the lightning button next to the DOI field. So these are, and you can also use the ISSN, but the ISSN is particular for journals. To be more specific, it's better to use the DOI or the title. So these are ways for you to include reference manually. If you don't have the DOI or you use the title and it doesn't show as a suggestion, you can simply enter the information manually one by one, field by field, and then make sure you click on save so that you don't waste all the information that you've added. Once you save them, they will appear in your RefWorks account. A third way to enter references within RefWorks, when you click on add, you still have the import reference. And when we say import references, it has to be in a certain file format. Now, the most commonly used file format will be the RIS file, which is the Research Information Systems type of document. And those files, where do we find them? They are available in some databases. When you click on Cite or Export the reference, it will not provide a direct link to RefWorks. They will simply give you the option to download the citation. And when you download the citation, it is provided in a format called RIS. This is where you import that RIS file into RefWorks by clicking on the link here, select a file from your computer. And I've already downloaded a few RIS files here, one from Google Scholar, let's say this one. And I can open it and just simply import. And the citation will be created for me. It will ask me if I would like to import the tags. It will also ask me which folder and which project I would like to include the reference to or in. And then I click import. The reference, if you have chosen a folder, it will be within the folder you've chosen, as well as in the folder code last imported. So you can go and check the reference that you have imported and double check the information in it to make sure everything is correct and there are no mistakes. So this is my reference that I've just added, and here are the information. I need to update, for example, the author. So when I click on edit, I need to put a space before the first name. So this way now the author's name is corrected, and so on. So you can keep on checking. The name of the journal should be capitalized, and so on. So these are the ways where you can enter references within RefWorks platform. There are other ways which you can use also to import references. One of them is by using the bookmark that you see at the top of my page, which is called Save to RefWorks. How do we get this bookmark? You click on Tools, and then you go to Tools again. You see the option here, Install Save to RefWorks. So all you need to do is click on it and then drag the button and save it in your bookmarks bar. Okay, so all you need to do is save and drag here. And then you can still use this button whenever you're opening a page. Let's say I'm on this page and I click on Save to RefWorks. it will open this blue line, and then it should open a window on the side. Now, because I am at HBKU and with the restrictions and security measures taken by HBKU IT on our network, it will not open here, but it should work properly at your end, unless it works today. I hope it works today. If not, then you can try it at home and it should work without any issue. It will give you the information available for you to cite. So it seems to be working today, luckily. So here I'm citing this web page. So I make sure that the reference type is correct. I can edit the information so that they are corrected even before importing them to RefWorks. So I can here add all the information that I want, and then simply I save to RefWorks. I can choose which project I would like to save it in, as well as the folder. So I'm going to save it in the folder called 1, and then I will import. I do not want to import the tags, and I just import. This way, it's taking this reference into my RefWorks account. So if you're working, you want to cite a website, you can use this tool, and it will help you cite the website automatically. So here is the reference that I have just added, showing in my account. One last way for you to include or import references is from the databases or from the search engines that you are using. Let's say, for example, I go to the library website and I'm doing my search here. So let's say I want to search for Islamic ethics resources. Usually in all of the platforms, databases, or search engines, when you want to cite, look for the quotation mark or the word cite, and in some cases, the word export. But it's mostly used or highlighted through the quotation mark, like in this one, or the word cite, or sometimes both of them. So let's say I'm citing this book. I click on quotation mark, and I can click on the word export at the bottom of the box. And you see there is a direct link that will take you to your RefWorks account. So when I click on export and then I choose RefWorks, because the platform is web-based, so it will go directly to my account. I don't have to download the RAS file and upload it again. This is the advantage that RefWorks has over other tools, or one of the advantages. And here I can choose the project that I want, as well as the folder, and then I can import my reference. Once I import it, it's my responsibility to confirm and check the information before I can use it in my Word document. Okay, so these are all the information, and you're responsible to check them before you complete your work here. Another way, let's try another database. Let's go to, for example, let's see ProQuest or JSTOR. Or actually, you know what? Let's go to Google Scholar. Yeah, okay. Let's try Google Scholar, because I assume everybody uses Google Scholar. So I'm just gonna do a random search here. If you'd like to cite from within Google Scholar or any source from Google Scholar, simply click on the word cite, and there is a link that takes you directly to RefWorks, and it's the same process. So most of the databases have a direct link to to RefWorks, but in the case where there is not a direct link, for example, let's say Oxford Reference, that's an example of a database that doesn't have, and let me show you how it works. So in that case, you need to download the RAS file, and then you need to upload it within RefWorks. Let's go quickly and show you how it works. Oxford Reference, for example. So if I do here any research, let's say Islamic ethics, If I want to cite this source, so the citation in this case is the pen, I click on it. And notice that although it says RefWorks here, but it's not a direct link to RefWorks, it refers to the RIS file. So when I click on RefWorks, it will prompt me to download, or it will start downloading the RIS file. In this case, I go back to my RefWorks account, I go to the plus sign, and I use the import reference option, where I can import the RIS file that I've just downloaded. This is in case the database does not have a direct link to RefWorks. This is the file, and the same process applies. Any questions? Our attendees online, do you have any questions, or is everything clear? Okay, so I assume it's all clear. If you have any questions, please feel free to open the mic and speak. Yes, Nadia.
Sorry, I just arrived a little late. So can I
No
just
problem.
go from the beginning how to go to RefWorks?
Okay, I will cover that very quickly. You need to go to the library website. Okay, let me just go quickly over that. From the library website, you go to the section called Citation Management.
Citation Management, okay.
Okay, scroll down to Citation Management. Within that page, there is a link for RefWorks, as well as a link for the guide that says RefWorks Library Guide. So click on the link RefWorks, and the Library Guide one, you can keep it for you as a reference point to go back to at any time. Once you click on RefWorks here, it will take you to a page where you need to log in, but do not log in if you don't have an account yet. At the bottom of the box, there is a link that says Create Account. You need to create your account and follow the instructions on the screen. And once you have finalized the steps, you will be able to log into RefWorks and access your account.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure, no worries. And the steps are available within this guide as well.
Yeah, no problem. Shukran.
You're welcome. Any other questions before I move to the organization of the references within RefWorks? Okay, thank you, Amin. Let's keep going. So once we are within our RefWorks account, as I mentioned earlier, you have the option to create projects. So the projects are accessible in the top section of the page. You just need to click on the arrow next to Untitled Project here, go to Manage Projects, and create as many projects as you want. Within the project itself, you have on the left menu the folder or the section for folders, where you can add as many folders as you would like by clicking on Add Folder, and you name it the way you would like. If you want to create a subfolder, that's also a possibility. All you need to do is put your mouse, hover over the folder, and you will see 3 dots that says More Options. Click on them, and here you can control different features related to the folder. One of them is adding a subfolder. You can also name it and add a subfolder. Another feature is to share the folder. Remember, I said if you share the project, whoever you share it with will have to have a RefWorks account, and they will have the same level of access as you. But if you share a certain folder, you can first share it with anyone, whether they have a RefWorks account or not. So you can just create a public URL and share it with the others, and they will be able to only see the references. They will not be able to edit anything. But if you'd like to share with someone who has a RefWorks account, let's say I'm sharing with my colleague Faisal, for example, I can give him the option to either only read or read and annotate within the reference, or also to modify, which allows them to delete the reference and add references. So you have 3 levels of access that you can specify for whoever you share it with if they have a RefWorks account. So these are the options that are provided when you share a folder with, let's say, your colleague or your instructor or whoever you'd like to share it with. And it's safer than sharing the whole project where they can, by mistake, delete, let's say, a reference or a folder that you need. Other than organizing in folders and projects, there is the option also to organize by tags. So imagine the tags as the hashtags that you use on social media. You can also create tags. And sometimes when you import from a database, you notice that it asks you if you want to import the tags from the database or not. There are information provided in this way. Like if you see under the title or under the information of the reference, you see different tags. Sometimes they are generated by the source where you get the reference. Sometimes in the case of the first reference here, it doesn't have tags. How do you include or add tags? And this is totally optional, okay? This is up to you if you'd like to add them or not. Simply click on the edit pen and you can add tags here in this field, whichever tags and the way you'd like to add them. So you can create as many tags as you'd like, the way you would like, whatever makes you comfortable. It's personal organization. You can use this option and you cannot use this option. That's up to you. But it's a way also to organize the references for you. One way I would suggest to organize the references, for example, for your thesis, would be to create, let's say, a folder for each chapter, for example. That could be one way. Another way could be, let's say, to create folders by chapter, and then within each folder, you create a subfolder for each section in that chapter. That's up to you, but that would be one way to organize the references. Now, when it comes to, let's say you have added many references and you would like to check if you have repeated a certain reference or if there are any duplications in your account. Let's say you have 500 or 200 references and you might have added a reference, let's say today, and added the same reference 2 months ago, but you're not sure of that because they might be added from different sources. There is a way to check for duplications. Now, the duplications can be checked either through the whole project at once or by checking for duplication within particular folders. So if you'd like to check the duplication here, you have in the left menu, the section says duplicates, and then you can find duplicates. And this will search throughout the whole project. If you'd like to check for duplication within a particular folder, you go hover over the folder and you click on the 3 dots and then you find duplicates. And it will ask you if you want to search only within this folder or through the entire project. So that option is provided. And you have also the possibility to select the criteria through which you want to check for duplication. I would say do not go very thorough because you might skip some duplications. The options provided by default, I think, are already good enough. Let's try to see if there are any duplication in this folder. So I click on Find Duplicates, and it will say my duplication request has started. Once it's completed, it will give me a sign in the left menu that the process is completed in green. So I click on it. And it will tell me that I have 72 duplicates record. It will give me the main reference at the top, and underneath it in pink here with a pink color on the side, it will provide the duplicate sources according to the criteria that I have chosen. So for this reference, for example, I have 2 duplicates. All I need to do is compare and choose which one I want to keep and which one I want to delete. And you can click on it, compare the information in this one, and then click on the second one and look at the fields, and then choose which one you would like to delete and which one you would like to keep. So this way you will be cleaning up your account and making sure that there are no duplications in your account. Any questions so far? Okay, so this is when it comes to managing the library or your library of references within RefWorks account. Now, the second step will be how to use or how to cite and use those references within your Word document as you are typing. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen so I can move to my Word document. Just one second. So I'm going to be moving to my Word document. First of all, there are 2 requirements for you to benefit from using RefWorks within the Word document. First of all, you need to be using version 16 and above or Microsoft 365. So when you open your Word document, the first window that will appear, the square in the middle, it will tell you which version of Word you have. If you have the Office 365, then you should be good to go. If you have the version 16 plus and more, then you should also be good to go. The second requirement is for you to log in with your HBKU account. So please make sure you are signed in to your Word document using your HBKU email address. This way, you should automatically have the tab here that says RCM, because it's been pushed by our IT team to appear on all the accounts that for HBKU. So once you go to Word and you sign in, you should have this tab. When you click on RefWorks Citation Manager, it will open on the side and you will be able to view all the references that you have in your account. If it's not automatically logged in, it will ask you to get started, and then you will need to log in to your RefWorks account through this window, and you will have a visual of all your references and a replication of your RefWorks library. Yes, Nadia, go ahead.
Sorry, Joy. So we have to go to Word document, but through our HBKU account?
Yes, you need to sign in on the top to make sure you're logged in with your HBKU account so that RCM will appear automatically for you.
So do you have an idea how we do that usually? Isn't the same Word that it's in our laptop? It has nothing to do with HBKU.
You just need to sign in by clicking on your profile. It depends on the version of Word that you have on your document, on your computer, sorry.
Okay.
If it shows like the one on my screen, then you just click on your name at the top and you can be able to sign in. Or if you signed in with another account, you can just add your account here and sign in with your HBKU account. If not, if this is not the version you have, then you will need, it depends on the version that you have. You will need to go to the account settings and you'll be able to sign in from there.
Okay. Okay.
Once you sign in, it should appear RCM. If it doesn't appear, then just let me know after the workshop and we can figure out what's the problem with it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Joy.
Sure.
I think she can.
All right. So once you have the RCM tab and you'll be able to open this plugin, then you should have your references listed for you here. The first thing is the menu in blue. So when you click on the 3 lines, you will be able to select the project. In case you have only one project, it will not appear. But if you have more than one project, then you click on it and you can select which project you would like to cite from. So you can choose the one you want. And you can also choose the citation style. Now you probably will ask me which and how do you change citation style and which one to choose. So if you are using APA, let's say in your papers, and most of the students refer to APA, if you type APA 7, you will get several options. Which one you should choose? Now there are 2 options. If you are planning, and this is recommended, if you are planning to edit all your references and correct them within RefWorks, make sure that the titles are written and cased properly. So the letters are capital and small according to APA. So APA basically states that the title should start with a capital letter, only the first word, and the rest of the title should be in small letters. Same for the subtitles. So in that case, if you plan on editing the titles within your RefWorks account, then you can safely choose APA 7th edition, no case changes. So the system will not update the title for you. And make sure you include the DOI this way. So choose APA 7th, no case changes with DOI starting HTTPS/DOI. This is recommended. If in case you are not planning to change or update the title casing within RefWorks, then you can choose another option that says APA 7th edition sentence casing, and this will allow APA to, RefWorks to update the title according to APA rule. But in that case, there could be some limitations. For example, if within your title, you have, let's say, an acronym or a proper noun. Let's say in the middle of the title, you have Qatar. Qatar should start with a capital letter. If you use sentence casing, the system will make the Q small. So this is a limitation. I would recommend that you keep the no case changes so that you have control of those exceptional cases in your RefWorks account to make them appear properly. So I'm going to choose this. I'm going to show you how or what I mean by those differences. So let's say, for example, I want to cite, okay, let me go back home. And let's choose this one, for example. I click on cite this article, and here it is cited in text, within the text. So if I want to generate the bibliography, I click on the 3 lines and I turn the bibliography on. So this way, the titles or the title and the information have been generated for me in the reference layout. Notice the titles, how the words in the title, they are all starting with a capital letter because I have chosen the APA 7 no case changes. So within my RefWorks account, this is how the title is appearing. So the system or RefWorks will not update the title word or title, the casing of the letters according to APA. So they will not be small letters. If I change and use the one that says sentence casing, look at the difference in the wording of the title. So the F, the E, the P, all those letters are now small. Now, you will probably say, oh, this is helpful. This will save me the time to edit. Yes, that could be true, or that is true. But in the case where some words in the middle of the reference need to be capitalized, they will be small letters. So you will need to edit that manually, which we cannot do because every time you update, it will go back to the original format in RefWorks. So this is why I would recommend that you use the no case changes and make sure you update your references within RefWorks as you would like them to be appearing. Okay, this might be a little bit confusing. I will try to see if I can find another. Okay, this one, for example, I'm citing. Okay, let's say I'm writing here. I want to cite another source, which is this one. The reference will appear automatically in the list. It will appear as an in-text citation within the text, and it will appear in my list of references at the end. Notice the word Islamic, which should be in capital I. But in this case, because I'm using the sentence case option, it has turned the Islamic into a small I. So if I delete it here with my hand manually, once I add another reference or I make any edits, the list, for example, I'm adding another reference here. Let's say I added this one. Okay, the list of references has been updated, and the Islamic is returning to the small e. So it's reverting to the original format within my RefWorks account. So this is why manually updating here is not helpful. So it's best is to use the no case changes and to make sure you update all your casing within your RefWorks account so that they appear correct in the reference list in Word. So all the effort you need to do is not while you're typing, it's actually while you are adding the references to RefWorks. You fix the letter casing, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it within your Word document. Yes, Mohammed. But you always have to update, you always need to edit the references, whether you choose the no cases or with no case changes or case changes, because you can never rely on the source to give it the reference correctly. No matter how much time consuming you think this is, trust me, it's much, much less time consuming than having to do it manually. It will be 10 times more time consuming than just editing within RefWorks. Now, if you would like to add a page number within the citation itself, simply click inside the in-text citation, and you can add the page number within the suffix box. So here, it will collide, whatever I type here will be collided next to 2018. So it's my job to put comma, space. In APA, for example, I have to put P23, for example. And then I click Update Citation. And this is how it will appear if I would like to add a page number of a book, for example, in the in-text citation. Definitely, it will not reflect in the list of references because the list of reference will only highlight the source, but the page number will appear only in the in-text citation. So if you're using the same in-text with different page numbers, that should not be a problem at all. You just click within the in-text citation and update the suffix to add the page number. If you decided at some point that you don't want to use APA, or let's say you've written a paper, you've published it, you sent it to a publisher, and that publisher rejected it. And you now need to submit it to another journal that requires you to use, for example, Chicago author date. So what you need to do is simply go to citation style. Instead of having to update them manually one by one, just choose from here, Chicago 17, and you will see the author date system. So I click on author date, and then I click on update. And you will see that the system automatically updates the in-text citations as well as the list of bibliography, and you wouldn't have to worry about taking hours and days to update those manually. This is a great benefit of these citation tools because they do all of these edits on your behalf and they will save you a large amount of time. Now that we're talking about the styles, it's important that I highlight the fact that RefWorks until now does not support certain styles, although they appear in the system. So for example, the Blue Book or Oscola, these are the citation styles for legal sources, or Chicago Notes and Bibliography. They require the in-text citation to be in the footnotes. So for example, if I switch my style here, one second. If I switch the style to, let's say, Chicago, instead of author date, I'm going to choose, let's say, Blue Book, okay? The in-text should be a footnote, and the reference should appear in the footnotes. One second, just let me update here. But there are no footnotes appearing. So this is not, it's not yet available, or this feature is not yet doable in RefWorks. In the case, if you'd like to use any of these styles that require citation within the footnotes, you need to refer to another tool, whether Mendeley or Zotero. They support citing within footnotes. Other than that, if you're using any other style where the citation goes in text and then at the list of references like APA or MLA or Chicago author date, then you are safe to use RefWorks. And this is the limitation so far with this tool, but for other tools, other citation styles, you can use this tool easily, and it's really very helpful. Any questions so far? Yes, Muhammad, ask, please.
I mainly focus on scores.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have like certain search results, let's assume like 500.
Mm-hmm.
And if I click all,
Select all, yeah.
I select all, and then I export to RefWorks,
Mm-hmm.
then it will bring me to this like download file.
It takes it, okay, Muhammad is asking about exporting from Scopus. So let's see how we can go through those steps together. Okay, so I go to the library website. Under databases, I go to Scopus. Okay, let me just share my screen because I'm still sharing my Word document. One second. Okay, so now you should be able to see Scopus. Okay, can you suggest any keyword, Mohammed?
Blockchain.
Okay. Okay, let's just do a random search. So these are the results. So you said you're exporting a bulk. Let's say select all, and then you export to RefWorks. Yeah, notice that it says RIS file. So it doesn't export directly through RefWorks. In that case, we need to download the RIS file. It's giving you all the, it says you can select up to 20,000 documents only. So you have to do it by batches. Let's take 500 just so that it doesn't take a load, a big load. And then you export.
Yes. Export.
Yeah.
What are the fields that I need to?
Okay. What?
Citation information.
Okay. So you're asking about which citation?
Go down. Just the left column.
Sorry, it's one second. Export RefWorks.
So we need to select only the left.
Yes, the citation information. The others are not needed. If you want the abstract, then you can select it. It's up to you. If you're working on annotating and adding the abstract and creating an annotated bibliography, then you can include the abstract. But it's not, it's still text, so it's not going to be a very big file. But if you need them, you need them. Yeah, the citation fields, the fields for the citation are all on the left side. The others are additional fields that are not required by the citation style. So it's up to you if you want them or not, then you can select them. Okay, once the RAS is available, you just go back to RefWorks and import the references on the plus sign. So yeah, this is it mainly. Does anyone else has any questions? Please feel free to ask. And this is the LibGuide where you have all the details that we have gone through today, how to add references, how to organize them in folder and projects, how to edit references within RefWorks, how to remove duplicates, cite in Word, and share your references. So basically, this should cover the basic steps of using RefWorks. If you have any questions, if you encounter any technical issues, or you have some difficulties working with RefWorks, please do not hesitate to contact me. I will be more than happy to work with you case by case, one-to-one. I will type my email in the chat so you can refer to it and just send me an email, and we can organize a meeting, whether online or in person, and I can guide you through this tool. This is all for today. I hope you found this session beneficial. I would encourage you greatly to start using this tool as soon as you can, so that you're not stressed during the deadlines. So do not wait until you are close to deadlines to start using the tool and citing your references. It will add stress on you. My recommendation, my advice is for you to get familiar with the tool when you are not pressured, so that when the deadline arrives, you will be more comfortable using this tool rather than more stressed by using it. It will save you a lot of time. It will help you a lot. The only thing that is required from you is whenever you import references into RefWorks to double check and make sure you correct any mistakes or add any missing information, so that when it comes to writing in Word and you start writing your document and your mind is thinking about what to write and how to write things, you will not have to worry about the references. They will be ready just for you to insert them into the text. Okay, that would be my advice for you. I wish you all the best, and please feel free to reach out at any time you need any help with RefWorks. Thank you so much, and I wish you a great day. Yes, Nadia, go ahead. Nadia,
Oh,
please.
sorry, you cannot hear me. Sorry, sorry.
No
If
worries.
anyone want to leave, please feel free. I just have a question, maybe outside citation for you, Joy.
Yeah, sure. Tell me.
I couldn't join yesterday the literature review session,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just wondering. I'm still year one, okay, but I'm wondering if there is any plan for another session, or if I can maybe just schedule some time with you in person or even online to go through it in a quick, review. If that is not too much to
Yeah.
ask.
No, no, not at all. It's not too much. It's my duty and it's my pleasure. So what I will do, I will be sharing the links for the sessions, the recordings, as well as the
Okay.
documents used. So the PowerPoint that I used yesterday also will be shared with all of those who registered. And if you'd like to have a one-to-one session, you're also welcome. Just send me an email, tell me when you're available and when is a good time for you, and we can arrange a one-to-one meeting. So whatever works for you, I'm open to that. There will not be another session soon, but I will be sharing the
Okay.
recording, so you can refer to that. You can
Please.
also refer
Yeah.
to me in person. So whatever works for you, go ahead and let me know.
Yeah, and thank you. I just noticed that we can use the Word document from HBKU email, and this honestly should be helpful. No one mentioned
Mhm.
that to us before, With every work we
Mhm.
are doing for during last semester or this semester, no one ever told us that these are available through there.
Well,
So thank you
well,
for the
I
information.
joined HB. You're welcome, my dear. I joined recently, so I hope that I'll be able to reach out to all the students step by step. But I'm glad that you guys joined us today. So I hope that you can spread the word. Tell your colleagues if they need help, they can always refer to me, and I would be more than happy to assist anyone. So I would also appreciate if you can spread the word and share this discovery with your classmates and even your professors. That would be great.
Yeah, sure. I will. I will. Thank you so much. I really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
My pleasure,
Thank you.
dear.